What's up, YouTube? I got a haul. I got my DCBS order. I'll start opening that now while I go. There's also some extra that came with that, and then I also got a nice fat stack of trades over here that I'm going to talk about. But yeah, so first up is DCBS, my discount comic book service order. My local comic book store shop owner retired, so naturally the business went with him. Nobody took up the opportunity to buy it. I totally would have. Was not in the financial situation to do that. Hopefully in a decade or so, when I'm comfortable in making that choice, maybe I will. But for the time being, I'm gonna keep working and just buying my comic books with comic books on the side. So practicing, learning the market, and all that kind of thing. All that kind of stuff. Building my online presence, things like that. Just hanging out, enjoying my own comic books. And in enjoying my own comic books, I really am debating on switching up how I collect. This is starting to get out of hand for me. Pull list wise, I never used to read this much a month. I usually try to keep it around, when I was in college, I was reading, I think 10, 15, 50. When I got to 15, it was tight budget for me. A month. That was crazy back then. I mean, I was making like $7 an hour at my college job, which nowadays sounds really little. Books were $2.99, $3.99 then, so now minimum wage is much different. Comic books have kind of adjusted the same as well, but definitely in some of those states where the minimum wage is still much closer to the federal minimum, that it's a little bit harder to buy books. So with that said, I think I am going to really start looking at this pull list and probably cutting a ton of books out. I'm thinking about cutting Absolute. This book's already gone. Absolute Superman number 9. I think I have it pre-ordered up to, I hope this is the last one. This might be the last one. I'm going to double check. I feel like it's up to 10 though, so that would stink. But anyway, there might be one more coming. Then we have the rebooted, same writer, just Ramos is doing artwork. Fantastic Four number 1. They just did it probably because of the movie, tie in the number 1 to the movie release, which I have not seen yet, so no spoilers, please. Tying it into the movies there. Get sales up, we'll make a little extra money on one of those releases. That's fine. Let Marvel do what they got to do to keep these comics alive. Summer of Superman Action 1088. This is probably one of the books I'll keep. On the old pull list, I'm going to cut the Ultimate Universe. I love it. It's been a wild ride, a lot of fun in it, but I think it's something I'd rather read in like an omnibus form or like trade paperback. Some of Hickman's stuff is hard to follow when you read it as spaced as I do. So I think if I were to just, collect the trades or something, it'd be much better for me. So I'm going to stop pre-ordering the Ultimate Universe, but this is Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion number 2. I feel like number 1 should be in this stack somewhere. Green Lantern Corps. I'm going to keep most of my DC. So Green Lantern Corps. Batman and Robin. This one I'm flirting with dropping, but I just like it too much. So this is number 23. Miles Morales 35. This one's on the chopping block. It's gonna be really hard to drop Miles. I probably keep them all in my collection. I'll keep my Miles collection, but I might just drop it and just fill it in as back issues later on. I'm always gonna find them around. Supergirl number 3 Art Germ. I'm gonna keep buying all the Art Germ covers for Supergirl. It's awesome. I read the first issue. Don't remember much about it. I got the rest over there, and I'll combine these, and I'll get on a reading binge at some point and get my way work to caught up again. Hey! My dog's pain in the butt. I'm not going to talk so much about the stories because I'm a little behind. So here's Absolute Batman number 10. Absolute Bane. I remember reading the last issue. Bane was like in the last couple panels or something. Last panel maybe. All for it. Can't wait to see what it's going on with it. We got the Seasons number 6. I've only read the first 3 issues of this. I really enjoyed it. I like the silly artwork. Yeah, it's just nice. It's nice. Melissa Flores, Power Rangers Prime number 8. I'm gonna drop this. I think I'm done reading Power Rangers. Maybe unless they come out with a new Mighty Morphin title or Zeo or something tied to the actual show and not like its own business here. I mean, they got VR Troopers in it and stuff, but not for me. The Amazing Spider-Man number 7. I probably will never drop that book again because I always have FOMO when I do, and I end up buying it all back. Or I sell it all, and then I end up buying it back. That's like so annoying. Then I'll hold on to it, and then I'll sell it, and then I end up with it back again because I can't not have it. Ultimate Wolverine number 7. I think I'll probably end up finishing this so I can just sell it all on 12 and also read it because I've kind of been enjoying that. Wolverine is a weapon or a Winter Soldier type character. Daredevil 23, this one's staying. This one I won't drop. Batgirl, Birds of Prey 23. Honestly, I might drop Justice League Unlimited. It keeps crossing over with other titles, and I don't want to read more titles that I already do. It's getting annoying. Absolute Wonder Woman number 10. I'm going to keep going with this one. Been really enjoying that one out of all the absolutes that I have read. I only read the first 3. I read the Trinity. Absolute Superman got dropped. Batman is okay. It's not terrible, but Wonder Woman's been a lot of fun for me. Superman 28. Sorry about all the glare. This is on a whim. I haven't done a video in a minute, so I want to do it. Green Lantern 25. Geiger number 16. I'm probably gonna drop this as well. I still got to catch up, so I'm just gonna throw them in a long box with my other Geiger books, and hopefully one day put it together and read it. Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu, Moon Knight number 10. I dropped this. I'm a little sad about it, but I'll read it up until they stop coming. I think that's the last one. Captain Planet number 2. Freaking Captain Planet. I'm excited to read it. I don't know if I'll keep buying it. Batman Detective Comics 10.99. This is on a never drop list. Ultimate X-Men number 17. I enjoy the hell out of this. It's just hard to follow sometimes with all the different characters that I'm not used to. And the art style and trying to tell them apart sometimes when they're in action sequences and stuff is kind of hard, but all good. Titans, never dropped this. Deathstroke's getting back in the game here. Nightwing, sick book. Happy to have Nightwing every month. It's not as good as it's been, but definitely still always a pleasure. Amazing Spider-Man number 8. I have number 7 in the stack, so cool. Batman 161. I have not read a lick of this. I'm waiting for it all to come out. I'm just gonna sit down and read it all at once, and then maybe I'll put a thoughts video together or something, because I mean we did the Hush videos way back in the day, the community day, so I think it would be cool to do that. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 10. Wasn't doing it for me. It's the last issue that I'm buying. I'm going to drop that. So that's the new books. It's going to be a lot thinner as the months go on. I want to put more money into back issues and trades. So what I'll do is I'll try to keep like a 15 to 20 range pull list. I'm going to do my hardest. I know a lot of those are going to keepers, and that's probably over 15 already. So we'll see what I can do there, what I can finagle. Anyway, so there also was a special. They re-solicited the Brian Bolland poster collection. I actually buy a bunch of frames for these, and I keep the ones I want. I don't know what I'm going to do with the ones I don't necessarily want. They may not get framed, but they may also end up in rooms eventually. In houses and things like that. So I'm really excited. A few of these are going to go up soon in my room. Just a little glance at what you can, what's in here. So I'm stoked to have it. Can't wait to get those frames together. And then I got me some books, some trades. I used to pre-order a bunch of trades all the time on Amazon, and for whatever reason, 2023, late 2022, early 2023, I just stopped buying things, and I missed all the pre-orders on these books. So first one on the stack was I bought the first 3 complete collections of Jonathan Hickman's Fantastic Four, and I need volume 4. I had to pay up a little bit for it, but I'm happy to have it finally so I can read the Hickman run finally. It's hard to call myself a fan and not have read the Hickman run, which is like one of the, marquee Fantastic Four runs. Anyway, Flash by Jeff Johns, book 6. This completes the Jeff Johns complete collections for me. This collects Final Crisis, Rogue's Revenge 1 through 3, Flash Rebirth 1 through 6, and Blackest Night, The Flash 1 through 3. So that's the return of Barry Allen, I believe. So ends the Wally West run. Next up, we have Flash by Mark Waid, book 8. So I ended up buying this one. And then I thought I had a 7 secured. Buyer... Actually, no, that was this one. I had this one purchased for way more money, and I ended up getting it for $14.50 shipped. In an auction after it got canceled because the eBayer could not find it. So that sucked because it was a good deal then, and it was even better now. So I guess good things come to the patient. I was nice and let them cancel sale. I didn't argue, none of that stuff. I just let it go. I moved on. And I got rewarded, so I'm happy. And then Flash by Mark Waid, book 8. Got this on Amazon for a relatively decent price. Not amazing, but it's better than it was. It could have been, for sure. This collects Flash 151 to 163, Flash Annual 12, and Flash Secret Files number 2. So that's the end of the Waid run. And then we have here book 7. So this one I had ordered and it got canceled. And then I ended up paying quite a bit over cover for it. Not over cover. Yeah, it was over cover. I paid over cover for it, but you can't find this book listed for under $70 online. I think somebody's listed it now for $63. Went out of print. Hard to find. They didn't print a lot of them. And I'm happy to have it. I paid, I think, $2 over cover for this, plus shipping, which ended up getting refunded because they shipped it, July 30th, and the tracking never updated. I waited a week. I was like, okay, maybe they just printed it, they can't get it out. So I messaged the seller after a week. I'm being patient. I'm trying to be, a respectful consumer. I know these sellers have lives. I do it too. I understand. Not everything's perfect all the time. So I did that. I messaged him. He's like, yeah, I'll investigate it. Let me look. He's like, yeah, they haven't scanned it. I don't know what happened. I dropped it off that same day. I'm really sorry. I can refund you, or let me look to see if I have another copy. Lo and behold, he had one listed. He's like, I think I have more than that. So thank God, this guy's been stashing them. And so what he did was he refunded my shipping, and then he sent a replacement copy free of charge, priority mail. So it came in 3 days. So now I can read my Flash run, finally. I've been waiting forever. I wanted to complete the volumes and then sit down and just, binge some Flash, because some of this stuff is easy read. Not as wordy as some of the other stuff that I could be reading on the side, like I'm reading New Teen Titans right now, and it's a little wordy, so it takes a little bit longer to get through it. Very good, just a little wordy. No problems. But yeah, I'm so happy to finally be able to read Mark Waid's Flash run. But yeah, so he did that, sent it priority for free, came in 2 days. It's perfect condition, it's wrapped, it was packaged amazingly, like perfect, professional packaging. So I know he kind of sells out of print books. It's kind of his thing. But RF Comics on eBay, super shout out to you. That was the most gentlemanly, stand-up-ish way to deal with that. And I am so glad. I know I gave you a little bit of a fuss in the beginning just because I was mad that I was happy I found one, and then I had another sale cancel, and it was going to be 2 in a row, and then I didn't win this auction yet when I messaged him, so it was just kind of like, I'm going to get screwed again. I'm never going to find this book for a reasonable price. I was a little snippy at first, but expecting a bullshit response, and I'll refund you, I can't find the book, or some bullcrap. Didn't get that. He handled it like a true gentleman, and after that one message, I quickly sharpened up because I realized he's going to take care of me. So I was very, very happy with that. RF Comics, thank you. Seller link in the description. Please, if you need something from him and you're worried about the shipper, don't worry about it. I had a perfect transaction. Doesn't mean I can't speak for all of his transactions, but my book was wrapped in like a plastic, plastic. It was like a nice padded plastic with something else on the outside, completely waterproof, with this plastic on it as well. Inside of a Gemini mailer, inside of a bubble mailer. So like it came perfect. Like there's no damage to be done to this book. It was perfect. So no qualms about that. Keeps that up. There's going to be no issues with that either. Like that's perfect shipping. So really happy with that. The last book I got off of Amazon, not World's Finest, DC's Finest, Batgirls, Nobody Dies Tonight. This is what I'm assuming going to be volume 2 in this Cassandra Cain Batgirl books, because this collects Batgirl 7 through 27, Superboy 85, and Supergirl 63. So it's missing, I think she had a mini, or was the mini after the series? I don't know, but I would imagine they would do something with like her first appearances, and then the first 6 issues of that series. I don't know if they have more that they could put in there. There's probably some like secret files or some other one-shots and stuff of Cassandra Cain lore that they could throw together into another volume to go before this one. But yeah, super happy to have that. North Garden, I think it's North Garden Comics, turned me on to these. I watched the video of him picking up a ton of them, and I'm gonna pick and choose which ones I buy, but I'm all in on this DC Finest line. So pretty happy on that. I got a ton I'm watching and the carts and stuff like that, but that'll come later. I'm not in a rush to like catch up. So I'll buy a couple here and there as I get like rewards points and stuff. But yeah, happy to have these books. Got a lot of reading to do, guys. What's something you like that I picked up? What's something I didn't pick up that maybe I should check out? Things like that. I'm really happy to be here. I'm only going to be here like once a month for a little bit. I'm not buying a lot. I might do some collection videos and things like that on the side for a little extra content. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out a whatnot schedule. My eBay's been doing pretty well, so if you don't mind checking that out, if there's something I have that you're looking for, just let me know. We can work out a deal as well. On eBay, of course, I'm not trying to jip. I don't want to pay fees, but if they're listed there and that's how you find it, then we got to get them their share. So it is what it is. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, and I'll let you guys go for the evening. Have a good night.